Hi, I'm Chef Demond Germany, and welcome to From Scratch by Scratch. Let's go cook something. Hello, good people. Welcome to the next episode of From Scratch by Scratch. We have a wonderful person here today, Casey Ellington from Ellington Farms. She supplies 90% of our beef here. We're turning steer, over and over again.
It's true.
And she is the woman who makes the magic happen. So today we are going to make steak, because we have some of her delicious beef here in the house. And thanks for joining me here, Casey.
Thank you for having me. I'm very excited to be here, and Demond is just as wonderful and a great friend that we have here in Louisville, and we're so blessed to have him.
So today we're going to make a dry-aged ribeye. We're going to cook it in a cast iron skillet, and then we're going to make a cognac black peppercorn sauce.
It sounds delicious, and I am not cast iron skilled. I should be. Growing up on the Kentucky line, my mama used one every day, so I'm excited to get better acquainted with cast iron.
All right. So we're going to do just a little bit of prep work before we get started. I'm going to have you chop some garlic and some shallots.
Okay.
Think you're ready for that?
I think I'm ready. No one judged my chopping skills. So.
Okay. So at home, do you use fresh garlic cloves?
I do sometimes. I often cheat because I'm a mom of 3, and we have a working farm, and then I work here in the city a little bit. So I typically buy the prepared, already cut minced garlic, so it is better than a powdered garlic, but it's not me mincing or cutting it myself typically. I have done this several times, so just not as often.
Just so you know. When I'm at home, as do I pull out the jar.
Yeah.
I don't have time for this.
No. Yeah, there you go.
So one thing I have everyone do is, because it's kind of slippery if you just try to chop it like that, you just
crush it
down a little bit. Makes it much easier to chop.
Hope I brought my farm girl muscles today.
There you go. Have that, and we'll put everything in this dish when we're done.
So I'll just chop this one first.
That's right. Rough chop. It's all going in a nice, delicious sauce.
Wow.
Look at you.
I mean, learned.
Should I quit?
No, please don't. The world will starve. The world will starve over here. All right, here we go. Hey.
You did it.
I did it. Yes. Say on this beautiful day outside. Smells so good. That's the one thing that you can't get from a jar.
True.
Is the good, fresh smell. Absolutely.
We've had several guests on here, and everyone, well, I'm sure when you're at home you do such and such. Like now, I get jarred garlic.
We all have to eat fast. It's so funny because, to be honest, when many of us are at home, like if this is like your everyday job, like my dad's a contractor, you would think our house would have been like built to superb. Those are the jobs that happen last. So when you go home, do you really want to do what you do every day all day? No.
Not at all.
Not one day. You want that break at home, which is understandable. So you want me to just a little.
Most people don't know my favorite meal at home is a turkey sandwich.
Nice.
With red onion and mayonnaise and maybe a little banana pepper for a little razzle dazzle, but other than that, nothing fancy for me.
Well, see, you lost me at the mayonnaise because
you don't like mayonnaise?
I'm a Miracle Whip only kind of kid.
Oh.
I'm one of those. I'm one of those. I'm that person. All right, any further instruction or advice on the onion?
So we're just going to take the shallot.
Okay, shallot. I'm so high class.
It's all right. And we're just going to thinly slice it. We want it to almost kind of melt in the skillet when we start cooking with it.
Okay, I hope I can go that thin.
I think you can.
All right, well, we'll see.
I have confidence in you.
You do? I'm glad someone does. So is the trick to leave the front of the knife on the cutting board, or should I pick it up the whole way the whole time?
Me personally, yes, I leave the front of it on the cutting board.
Okay, it just seems to make it easier to go thinner.
Look at you, writing instructional books for how to use a knife now? When you woke up this morning, did you think you'd be going this far?
All right, well, we're going to leave it.
Put everything in our bowl here.
See? I came to learn to work, Devon, so when you need a sub in, you can call on me. You know, chamber directors do all.
All right, let's go get some steak started. So next, what we're gonna do is we're gonna season our steaks very well. Plenty of seasoning. It's very hard to over-season a steak. Just a little tidbit of information there.
Well, that's good to know. See, we get a little stingy just because, you know, we need it raw almost in our house. We like them rare.
All right, we're gonna season liberally on the top.
So what are you seasoning with at this point in time?
Our Scratch signature recipe of seasoning. And if I told you, I'd have to kill you. So.
I understand. He did share a bottle a lifetime ago, and we do use it at home, and it's really good. Though there's not much that you come to Scratch that isn't good. I've never had a bad meal here yet, so it's pretty good.
So we're going to take a little canola olive oil mixture. We're going to put it in our skillet. See a little smoky smoke coming off, so we're ready to go.
And I'm in the way. It's the money sound, isn't it?
That's right. Go ahead and season our other side now. Put a solid teaspoon of seasoning on both sides.
I feel like I've been doing this all wrong in my life. So I typically would have put onions in with whatever I was cooking beforehand to like caramelize those to cook it with it, or is that just for the sauce that we did the shallots and stuff?
We're going to do the shallots and stuff for the sauce, but we want to get a good color and stuff on our steaks first.
All right, learning. So learning all the things today.
Yeah, so if you see a lot of smoke coming off, it's not a bad thing, but you smell the dry agedness coming off, so we're in good shape to start.
True. It's good. So this was in your dry ager?
Yes, for 21 to 20, these were 24 days.
Okay. And a steer typically hangs anywhere from about 14 to 21 days naturally at the butcher shop. So you're going to get some really great flavor from this. I mean, they trim off the loss, but it's going to come through in the tenderness, and it's going to be well worth it.
That's right.
Looking forward to it.
Beautiful color on that side. Oil gets all over. You always want to use like a larger skillet that can hold your steak. So it's going to keep that heat constantly hitting it, getting into that nice good caramelization.
So don't overcrowd your skillet, you're telling me?
Do not overcrowd.
All the things I've done incorrectly in my adult life.
All right, so since we're kind of finishing up the cooking process, we're getting ready to make our sauce and we don't want to burn it, we're going to cut our heat down just a tad.
Right.
We already know we got some good color going on there, but when those shallots and garlic hit, we don't want those to burn up and give us a real bitter taste or anything in the sauce. So. How do you like your steak cooked?
Rare, medium rare.
Rare, medium rare. All right. What do you say? So what we'll do is kind of render some fat on. We'll kind of sit these on the side. Just get them browned up just a little bit. Since we're going so rare.
You know.
I didn't know I had a rear gal in the house today.
I didn't used to. So growing up where I grew up, my mama and daddy typically like them well done, but my husband has changed my ways. Even though I grew up with fresh meat, it was just different, and it's a different way of learning cooking and things like that. But yeah, I do. My husband sometimes thinks they're still mooing. I sometimes leave them a little too rare for him. But
so he basically wants you to tear the horns off and put it on the plate?
No, he likes it. It's probably a little bit more towards medium.
Okay.
But medium rare. But yeah, we like a little bit of the color left.
So we're going to pull these off. Beautiful. So we've got nice good caramelization on both sides. Our shallots and our garlic in. That's why we cut the heat down. You don't hear too much sizzle. We want these to really steep and get the good flavors out.
Okay.
You don't want to scrape your cast iron skillet too much. You kind of want to push everything around, make sure everything's cooking evenly. You don't hear too much metal on metal right there.
Smells so good. If only they had a step factor. YouTube will get there.
We'll get there.
They'll get there.
Now that things are starting to brown and crisp up, we're going to add our black peppercorns. We want to get the oil from the peppercorns out as well. Nice heavy set skillet, and people think like, oh my God, you must have bought this from some super exclusive store. I did. Super exclusive Walmart.
Super exclusive. Oh man.
That's how heavy it is. I'm tearing the place down. So, next, we got some cognac that we're going to use. We're going to pull this off the heat because we don't want to cause a huge flame.
I'm good.
Now, had you done that directly over the heat, my eyebrows would be gone, maybe yours, maybe a little knuckle hair.
That would have been rough.
And so the cognac is going to tell you when all the alcohol is out, like the flame is subsiding and everything like that.
Yeah. I am not as skilled with alcohol ever. First year lack of inexperience, so this is not for amateurs at home.
Then we're going to add some beef broth. Back up the high heat because we want this beef broth to reduce by about half.
My next venture for the farm is to hopefully get our bones made into broth, have it packaged. That's one of the next big goals.
Look at that. 2021 is going to be a big year.
2021 is going to be a big year. 2020, while it was hard to watch and kind of a dumpster fire of a year, I think we've seen a lot of good of entrepreneurial sense. I mean, it helps our business and our farm, but I know not everyone can say that. We've had a lot of job loss and things like that, but Louisville seems to be really strong, and we're really grateful for that and the unity that's found in our community here and all the good that they're doing. So hopefully 2021 we knock it on its socks and blow it out of the water this year.
Exactly.
I'm sure it was a rough year as your first year in Louisville, of being your first year of business.
Rough year, yep.
Yeah.
But you know, you learn to survive.
It's part of the reason why we even partnered. With, to be honest, the pandemic kind of helped with.
Yeah, beef prices, you know, jumped through the roof because so many facilities had big COVID outbreaks, and we needed a way to combat, you know, commodity prices. So.
Absolutely. We were lucky enough to have a butcher that could get us, work with us and get your needs met and facilitate that. And we were happy to be able to show up for that.
Yep. And we're going to take some heavy cream, finish this sauce. have a lot of people out there say like, oh, if you got a really great steak, you don't need any sauce on it or anything like that. But I mean, in 365 days out the year, you might want a little change of pace.
I would agree with that. But see, this sauce is not an A1 or a Heinz, so
True.
that's different.
So then everything's getting thick and nice there. So we're gonna taste. Of our cream.
See, all my favorite things: dairy products, meat products, all the good.
So we'll cut that off because that was done. What we'll do is we'll take our steak. Just kind of put a little bit of sauce on there in advance. There we go.
I'm looking forward to this. My favorite meal here is probably your most popular, and it's not even beef. My husband will be very upset when he sees this, but I live for the champagne chicken. I can't even eat the shrimp, but I live for it. It is one of my favorite things on your menu. And the sesame Asian chicken salad,
Yes.
sesame ginger dressing is out of this world, and it's really good.
A little bit of our sauce and spoon it on top.
Look at you and all your professional plating skills and making it all pretty and everything.
Well, at least I don't have the parsley out because I'm a
You're not
habitual parsley sprinkler.
Oh, so you're like the Salt Bay of
Yeah,
parsley?
yeah, so-
I got it. Okay, I understand now.
Well, let's go out front.
Okay.
We'll do a little taste
Cool.
test. All right, so we're ready to dig in. Oh yeah.
I'm really looking forward to this. It looks so good. It smells good. I'm excited.
Nice and rare, just the way you like it.
You know it.
Yeah.
All right. We're hoping it's not too hot, and this is an awkward taste.
My goodness.
It's really good.
I don't know how I go back to regular steak from dry age. Not too peppery. Care for some more?
Give me 1 minute. It was really good. It's really creamy. It had a crisp on the outside, which is really good, but then it's super melt in your mouth tender, and it's really good.
Well, thank you for coming out today.
Thank you for having me. It's
Presence
an
is much
honor.
appreciated.
Yes, thank you.
You know, you guys' product has taken our steaks to the next level. Very appreciative for that.
Thanks, buddy.
See you soon.
Yeah.
Check us out on our website, scratchsteakhouseandlounge.com. We're on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter under Scratch Steakhouse and Lounge. Thanks. See you soon.